Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. And today I am giving you guys my top 5 list for all coins that have to do with Metaverse. Yes guys, this concept of Metaverse has been trending for a very long while now. I mean, we've talked about the Metaverse for years. Some of the earlier publications are actually going all the way back to like 1950 and some more concrete examples a couple of decades ago as well. But since 2020, it's been going really trending. And then since 2021, we got Facebook, we got Microsoft, we got a lot of these bigger investment companies and banks all saying that Metaverse is going to be the next Jamba Juice, so to speak. Whoa, it's about to get frisky, about to get crazy. And so even the Google Trends kind of reflects that. A huge amount of interest all of a sudden came into the Metaverse realm, and we also noticed the exact same thing happening to Metaverse tokens, where the market cap increased significantly after some of these major companies announced their new plans. Then again, guys, I think that some of this hype will go down a little bit, as you can also see in the Metaverse Google Trends here. But that does not mean that these token prices will go down. Guys, I honestly believe that these tokens are going to be going insane throughout November, December, and all throughout 2022, as there's a huge amount of demand for what they bring. It's very insanely properly built, but also just the use case. It's so obvious. People have not thought about this for long enough, so to speak. There's so much potential in this metaverse space for a lot of coins to go crazy. And even right now, guys, we are seeing it again in some of these crypto prices. However, in today's video, I do not want to talk about some of the most popular coins already out there. I have already done a couple of videos on Mana. I've already done a couple of videos on Sand and Engine. You guys most likely know by now that these are solid picks if we're talking about altcoins in the metaverse. However, today I want to talk about a couple more gem-like cryptos which have a crazier chance to get some insane returns throughout this year, because a Decentraland here, a sandbox, can definitely go times 10 even throughout the next 12 months. It can definitely go times 10, guys. Sandbox can definitely go times 30. It wouldn't even surprise me. Same thing for Engine. It could even go crazier than that though, guys. Don't limit yourself to thinking that market cap is everything. I'm just putting up a little example that Decentraland Mana could literally be a top 10 crypto. However, guys, a couple of coins I have for you all here I think can go even crazier with potentials in the hundreds of times. So let's quickly talk about our first coin on this list, which is Metahero. You guys have most likely seen me mention it a little bit here and there, and that's because this coin is so extremely hyped up around the crypto space. So what this coin basically does is easily summed up by just checking out the coin market cap. You can see here, Metahero brings to the market 3D scanning and modeling technology that generates ultra-realistic 3D avatars and virtual items to be used across games, VR, social media, and online fashion. The tech also allows for the creation of NFTs from real-world works of art and collectibles. And right now, guys, this coin cannot be bought on that many exchanges just quite yet. If I had to pick a little winner, I would say use KuCoin. A link is down below for that. There's no referral commission because KuCoin doesn't have that right now, so I don't get anything. However, I do personally think KuCoin is quite a juicy exchange, as PancakeSwap might get a little bit difficult for some people. KuCoin is, I think, the best one, and I literally bought this coin a couple of days ago for the first time, as I didn't even know about this one for too long. It's a very solid project, very solid backend, and it's only starting to get popular rather recently. So there's a lot of potential in this coin, as it's also pretty low in the market cap. And understand, guys, this is in no way, shape, or form sponsored. I am not getting any money from these projects. All I'm doing here is naming my top picks for the next couple of months, as I do honestly believe that these projects are really amazing. So once more, guys, I do not want to talk about Mana, but what I do want to quickly say is there's so much FUD in the space. And that's because a lot of people like to be the contrarian, like to say, oh, it's going to fail, oh, it's going to go bad. When ultimately, most people that look at these things logically know already that there's almost no way in which Metaverse is going to be taken out of our existence again. Is there a lot of hate towards the Metaverse though? Oh yes, there is. But these coins have such huge potential, as the industry is being built right now as we speak. And how extremely lucky are we now to be able to be part of this industry before it's actually mainstream? Crypto is pretty niche. Crypto is not really that popular around the world just quite yet. People know it, but it's not really that popular. But then more specific is this Metaverse, which is just starting to brew up, as there's really not that many fundamentals of it yet, guys. This is a crazy opportunity, and many people hating on it do it for some reason that's beyond me, so to speak. Some people think the metaverse is bad, which is a different thing altogether from thinking that these cryptos will do bad. But then, I guess a coin number 2 is going to be Star Atlas. You're most likely already noticing here, they have a ton of followers over on Twitter and just all around the interwebs here. This project is crazy popular. If you look at the amount of people that actually just talk about this all the time over on Twitter and everywhere, it is insane. And again, most of these platforms have something to do with one another. For example, here you can see it's the next-gen gaming metaverse. It's just kind of like one of the others. But then the trick, following my own opinion, is to kind of find which one has the most amount of community behind it, which one has the most amount of drive behind it, and Star Atlas right now is definitely in the top 5 of most driven project with the most amount of enthusiasm and excitement. Let's quickly type in Atlas here to quickly find it. I actually bought this coin also not too long ago, I think a couple of days ago for the first time ever, as I am excited about it, but of course, I'm also looking for good buying opportunities to get myself a juicy position. But what I always tell people with coins like this is to not wait around too much and rather just buy your way down if things hit the shelf or hit the rock bottom or whatever you want to call it right there, but rather just to get in and see what happens. Then again, what I told my real friends in real life was buy in with a couple of dollars, see what happens, as these coins are a little bit further down the rankings and the potential is pretty damn crazy for it becoming another one of these mana type of cryptos, where it goes to the tens of billions of dollars of market cap, which could still be a crazy return in, for example, the 30s, right? It could be a 30xer within 1 month. It could definitely be, for Star Atlas, is not too crazy, as the potential is limitless, so to speak. So it's a massive multiplayer online game, and I think that those are going to be like a make or break. We don't know exactly what games are going to pop off, but some of them will. I buy this coin over on BITRUE. A link for that is also down below. That's just my preferred exchange. But now, Star Atlas, as I just told you guys, it might be a make or break, but if it does well, it can do extremely, extremely, extremely well. And that's basically what we are putting money on right now, that Star Atlas, can go insane because the hype is already there. The excitement is already there. Look at this. 150,000 people have it on the watch list. For a coin at the 250 rank, guys, that is amazing. Those are amazing numbers. Now, here's a couple of coins that have actually not been listed just quite yet, as these 2 coins are out there for the public to grab. And actually, the entire list here is for everybody to grab if you go back to this little metaverse realm here. I just personally think buying up a couple of these good coins, VRA is very popular. Blocktopia is I wanted to say actually the third one, but I've already talked about this one a couple of times too. Blocktopia is also so extremely hyped up. You can see similar in terms of ranking as Atlas. About 140,000 people have it on their watch list too. I also just recently bought this coin just now, as it's a pretty new coin, pretty new concept. People need to kind of get familiar with it. But I do believe that the potential is limitless for this too, as it's just, in my opinion, when you're talking about these new coins, about which coins have the most amount of longevity by looking at the backing and the partners and whatnot, built properly, good structure. Everything about Blocktopia is also built well. However, the only thing I'm not really too sure about is the mainstream adoption of this coin. So even though I do think the game's potential is quite nice, and I do think it will just succeed regardless of whatever I say, Blocktopia is a skyscraper made of 21 levels to pay recognition to the Bitcoin. Token holders will be known as Blocktopians. It'll act as a central hub and welcome all levels of crypto experience. For the first time ever, users will have access to crypto information and immersive content all in one place. So I do understand the mission, right? However, I do believe that for Blocktopia, they need to get some really heavy, massive adoption for it to start getting more heavy adoption. It's like, for example, a social media platform. A social media platform just does not do well unless so many people use it that you also need to start using it, so to speak. So that's the only downside to Blocktopia. I personally and honestly will tell you that I do think they need quite a lot of members, but I guess that's ultimately the goal as well. And as long as they go on their path in the way which they're doing right now, this coin can go really freaking insane. So Blocktopia is definitely my best bet for number 3. Now, at the end of the day here, I actually have 6 coins, but I usually like to put 5 in the title because, well, if you just pick up 5 out of 6 and you don't like one, it's also fine, right? At the end of the day, though, guys, you must understand, too, that you don't have to buy any of these things. I'm just showing you because I hope that they'll do well, and I know for a couple of them that they will, and so I'm sharing this information with you all. So make sure that you press that like button and subscribe if you are enjoying this content. And I actually have a question for you guys. Are you holding or are you planning on buying any one of these coins? Are you holding any of these coins? Yes or no? Put in the comment section down below. And let's get into our next coin, which is Magiccraft. Ooh, right? Magiccraft, interesting name. So this coin hasn't even launched just quite yet. And I don't know when it will actually launch because it's being built right now. But I actually know the guys who are making it, and even though, once more, you decide completely on your own, I know the team here is just some of the biggest YouTubers out there, some of the biggest crypto guys, and so I'm thinking there's a very small chance that this will not do good. So what it is just another game. Let's not go too deep into what type of game it is, because at the end of the day, nobody really cares what type of game. It's an MMO. That's what counts, what's important. Eventually, as we see more and this being built more, we'll most likely dive deeper into it, but probably that's why I'm thinking, yeah, this is a good one to watch out for, but it's not out there. You can't buy it just quite yet. But piece by piece, we're getting close to the launch of this. And as I said before, just type in some of these names and you'll notice. These are some of the biggest cryptocurrency influencers out there. And I don't know any of these guys, so I'm not sure exactly. I guess these are just builders and just makers of the project. But these are all YouTube guys. They're pretty well known. Everybody knows them. And so I'm thinking, yeah, they can almost not go wrong. You guys have most likely heard me talk about some of these guys before because I know every single one of them. Or at least most of them, actually, now I'm thinking about it. So that's why I'm thinking, yeah, this might be one that's going to pop off. You guys already know, Magiccraft here, there's appeal for it. They have a really big drive to make it big, and I know, once more, there's so many people are going to be pushing this one. It's a very good chance. And then another one I should quickly share here with you guys is one that I'm trying to invest into. I don't know the specific dates for this one just quite yet. As I've said before in my 100x gems type of video, I'm looking into all the information. However, this one, they're being worked on together with ZLQZAA. And whenever that's being done, I usually know it's just going to be a crazy launch. And so the more excited thing about Operon is the launch, to be honest with you. And even though it is a metaverse type of crypto, I'm mostly excited for the launch, as I do think that this can be a 20, 30, if not crazier, X just on launch. So this one is going to be more important to get a good entry into rather than just buying it and holding on to it. But I do think that there's quite some appeal and potential as they are working with some very big names in the space as well. So longer term, guys, these are definitely in a very good spot. Then again, think back, right? Here they say, and I'm not sure how true this is, they envisioned the success of Star Atlas. Now they're calling Operon as the next GameFi NFT game, play to earn gem. Let's see, I guess, huh? Let's see. Because of Wealth Unit and the partnership with them. Let us see, but I'm excited for him. And then last but not least, I should put it here. I have to put it. I have to. It is, guys, MetaVPad. You guys probably already know it, but MetaVPad is one of my coins, which I think will go times... I'm pretty sure it's... Guys, no guarantees, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 100x crypto gem. I hope it's going to be a 500 to maybe even a 1000x gem. And that basically means we put in, for example, $100, and it's going to end up being a $100,000 worth a couple of hours later, a couple of days later after we buy into it. The only difficult thing is actually buying in, as this is right now before the coin has even launched. But guys, MetaVPad is the token of the native platform MetaVPad, which is not yet launched. It will, though, after the coin is released. And oh boy, do I think a lot of projects will be listed on there that are just insanely nice to get into early. And so I will definitely buy myself MetaVPad, even if I cannot get into the sale. I will buy myself a couple of tokens once they're on the market to make sure I can stake them to get more projects and allocations that are going to be launching on MetaVPad, as I think this one is about to go insane as well. But guys, mark my words now. Just write it down for yourself. MetaVPad insane. Type it down. Remember that DustDBC said it. And we'll see in a couple of weeks, as I'm not exactly sure. I think this one will launch either the end of November or beginning of December, how crazy this one will go. But I'm really hoping for 500 times my money if I do get into buying to the sale, which, guys, I'm explaining on my channel how to do. Do not worry about it if you're kind of unsure how to get into some of these projects. I explain every single step along the way over on my channel. All you have to do is subscribe and make sure you press the like button on this video, and everything will be spoon-fed to you so you can make those juicy gains, or at least that is my goal. At the end of the day, you always have to make your own decision on whether or not you invest or whether or not this is actually something smart. I always tell people there's good opportunities in crypto, but there's also risk, as we can lose every single dollar that we put in. As long as you know that, any of this stuff here is very, very risky with a high reward potential as well, you're good on the good path. Make sure you do your own due diligence on all these things that I'm saying here as well. Because even though it might sound logical to me that there's risk, some people still don't know it. Check it out, and I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today or tomorrow.